Let's just go.
Welcome to Skip the Ads. My name is Bradley.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Giffo.
Okay, we're going to be talking about action films tonight. Just pretty much anything in general, just because Mission Impossible 6, 5, 4.
One of them. The new one.
It's called Fallout.
Yeah. Has just come into the cinemas. You can already tell that I know all about Mission Impossible with my many knowledge
With your guess of the number at the movie.
Who's one of them?
Who is he having a falling out with?
Well, it's got Superman as the bad guy
Henry
in this
Cavill.
one, and he's got a moustache.
Yeah, this is the reason he had to get rid of the moustache from Superman.
Well, it's a good moustache. It's quite glorious.
Yeah. No, well, it's
got its own
straight off the
handle.
hatch. Has everybody seen the GIF though of him like instantaneously growing a beard?
No.
No? Okay. Well, you guys continue talking about Mission Impossible while I get this
Yes.
GIF up.
Well, that's the thing. Putting Superman into Mission Impossible is a bit of a plot twist because usually they try to keep it realistic enough. But having someone that flies in there, that's going to be a whole nother level.
That's going to be really impossible.
That is impossible. It's going to be interesting to see how Tom pulls himself out of this one.
Okay, so wait.
Oh, Jack Reacher, I should say.
Is the way he's going to finish this film franchise, because I'm assuming Fallout is definitely not the last film of the franchise, is the final one just going to be him going, like, is it going to be called Mission Impossible? Like, is that how they're just going to finish it? It's just like, this one was possible.
But aren't they all possible, though?
That's what I don't understand. How they
That's ridiculous. No, they should have the last one as just Mission Impossible, and he actually doesn't complete the mission, he dies. And there's no other name in it.
Is that the title of the film?
Just Mission Impossible.
It's just Tom Cruise just disintegrating into dust.
Like Voldemort at the end of Harry Potter. Oh,
Wow, he went Voldemort. I was like,
I just went all
Infinity War here.
Voldemort on you, like, screw. It's getting wild.
Wow,
Get
he's going much old school, much more old school than we were.
He just flaked.
We're like Avengers this year. He's like,
Oh, Street. You can't mention that, can you? You know
Yeah.
you can. Everyone's watched Avengers by now. Yeah.
I think after a month.
The Spider-Man incident was rough.
If they're listening to this, they would have seen the spoiler cast.
Yeah, of
episode.
course. We already did a
Otherwise, you
spoiler
now
cast
know
on
what
that.
happens, and we're happy to help you with that. That's what we're here for.
But that's the thing about Mission Impossible. Every single time he goes on this like insane mission and like he constantly gets more and more people to help him out. Just like his own like Tom Cruise cinematic universe.
Well, he's got Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames. There's usually a girl in there.
There's usually a girl. He's like
Fantastic looking Sheila.
classic like James Bond sort of style where they always have to have like the female like femme fatale or whatever it is.
The one this year is just magnificent. I can't wait to see her in full flight. She
Which one is it this year?
she's a brunette sort of. She's she's some sort of nationality. I think she's British. But she's just awesome. And so when her very first day of filming this new one, she was a bit worried because she didn't know what she was signing herself up for, how they film these. And very first day of shooting, they had to jump off a building, her and Tom. And so she was swearing and going nuts.
So straight from the get-go, are you talking about Michelle Monaghan?
That's her, maybe.
Okay, cool.
Is that her? I can't remember. Michelle Monaghan, it looks like her, probably.
Okay, let's just go with her. It's Michelle Monaghan, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, definitely.
So they have to jump off a building in the very first.
In the very first scene that they filmed for this new movie, they jumped off a building and she was swearing every profanity. And then Tom turns to her at the end of it and he goes, "Welcome to Mission." In
Tom.
a very smooth way. But yeah, no, I think Mission Impossible Fallout is going to be epic. And do you know why, boys?
Why?
Good answer. Because
It's like, I wasn't expecting them to question it.
you guys are like joined at the hip. No, I was thinking because of because there's so many stunts. So all the movies these days, like if anyone watched the Avengers, that was all CGI. It didn't actually happen. But this one,
Wait.
he
All of
did
it
the
was
stunts.
CGI? I don't remember it being
Most
all
of it?
CGI.
Well, there was a large purple
Hulk
man
was
in it,
definitely CGI.
And there was a green guy.
I've never seen a guy
Was
bulk
there
up
a green
that
guy?
much.
Because I didn't see him.
Like, if that was a bloke on protein powder, he did well. We need to give him a pay rise.
Pay us for being on
Give
protein.
him $20 and
I'm pretty
thanks
sure,
very much.
I'm pretty sure that's
$20.
just, Henry Cavill
Sorry.
just in general is just always on protein powder, isn't it? That's pretty much every single action hero to date. They're just like, okay, I need to bulk up. Protein.
Protein.
Most people in general are on protein. You on protein at the moment?
I'm on the roids.
Yeah, I'm on protein at the moment. You on protein at the moment?
I'm not on the roids.
All right, two out of three.
But yeah, no, protein is good. I am on protein. It is. It's a magnificent substance.
It is.
It's a white powder.
Yep.
You mix it with water and it goes.
Oh wait, when you said it was a white powder, I'm like,
And then there was
But
it's allergies.
Tom is actually in fantastic form for a male as far as men go. For Mission Impossible being
he's
50.
Is he specifically
50
50? Or
odd, yeah, he's
I'm
like-
pretty sure he's older than 50.
And
he'd be like
also
maybe
the
60.
notable handicap of
He's
being a
definitely not.
Scientologist as well.
That really wrecks it.
Wait,
for him.
we don't really want to have a Scientologist after us yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
No, I'm a big fan. All of my Scientologist fans out there, thanks very much for listening in. Yeah,
You've had a big fan base ever since our Robin Williams episode. So
yeah, and the Red Moon that really got to people.
yeah. No, everybody.
Did anyone watch that Red Moon the other night?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Fantastic, wasn't
I
it?
thought it was a street light. No, a red stop sign.
Red stop sign, except it was lacking the word stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, stop sign. Wait. Red stop signs light up.
Yeah.
these days they do anything they want.
Okay. Anyway, guys, I want to show you this video.
So you know I'm protein, you would
He's
understand.
like
So
avoiding
this
that
is
conversation.
a scene from the latest Mission Impossible film, which so many people were confused about because you can actually see that Henry Cavill has an instant beard grown when he loads up his.
Oh yeah.
He just somehow instantly grows a beard.
Why? Why did he?
It's a
instantly
trick of
grow
the
a beard?
light. It's 100% a trick of the light. But somehow, he's so macho. He somehow grows a beard in 2 seconds.
That is magnificent.
I'm pretty sure Chuck
like me.
Norris would have taught him that move.
Is that a Chuck Norris?
I think
move?
that's a Chuck Norris thing to do.
And I'm almost like that because I'll shave in the morning my face and then by the afternoon I've got to shave again. Seriously, it's a
Your
gift.
face, right?
Yeah, my face.
Yeah.
Still my face.
Still your face.
That bald head. No, I've got plenty of hair on my head. Don't you worry, guys.
Okay, well, talking about bald people, let's go into the other action film that's currently out, Skyscraper.
Skyscraper. Who's bald in that? No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I've seen it. We're talking about The Rock.
Oh, I thought we were talking about his wife.
His wife is definitely bald. That's 100% a wig.
Yeah, so Dwayne The Rock Johnson and
Johnson.
He doesn't care how you say it.
Yeah, okay. Pretty much is in every single film nowadays. Let's be honest, and he's probably one of the most biggest action adventure heroes.
Soon to be president. Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
soon to be.
Are we definite about that, guys?
yeah, pretty sure.
I don't know.
If Trump did it, The Rock will do it.
Yeah, sure. What isn't
Like-
Kanye West also going to go for it?
Kanye versus
How
Rock.
is that
Woo.
what's Trump make America great again? And then he'll be like, we will rock you 2019.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's got that old Britney Spears vibe, doesn't he? Anyway, moving on from that beautiful comment.
Yeah, so Skyscraper, which is pretty much what? Die Hard, but a guy missing a leg.
Yes.
Disgusting. How'd they do that? Can you tell me? Please?
Do you want to know how
Did he
that's
actually,
done?
that's commitment to a role.
Yeah, he did actually chop off his leg for this role. Yeah, they were just like, you don't actually have to do that. And he's like, yeah, but I want to. And they were like, no, okay, I guess.
Give the man an Oscar.
Yeah.
Especially after that performance. I heard it got good reviews on BurnLight Productions.
On BurnLight.net, it definitely got a very average rating.
What was the rating? 3 out of 5?
3 out of 5.
Why did it only get a 3 out of 5?
Well, it was Die Hard.
No, it was Skyscraper. I kept calling it building.
It's something up there. It's a building of some description, I guess.
It was a man-made vertical thing.
Tower.
I think we can agree it was predictable, but it was full tilt action, wasn't it? It was just every moment you were just going,
Oh, but there was so many jokes, and so many moments that I was just like, Ben, you haven't seen this film yet, have you?
No, I'm still out on this one.
Okay. Do you mind if I spoil one of the main parts of it?
No, that's fine.
Okay. So even for everybody, if you are listening and you don't want this spoiled for you, turn this off now and go and watch the movie.
Forever hold your peace.
Okay. Then come back and you can listen to the rest of this. So one of the main parts of the very beginning of the movie, you'll remember this, Giffo, is that the wife is like, oh, my phone's broken. Can you fix it for me? And The Rock's like, oh, how'd you break it again? Have you tried turning it off and on again? And she's like, no, that's why I have you. And he's just like, okay. And then later on,
To turn her on? Oh, phone. Yeah.
the phone. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could turn her off and on, yeah, I guess.
He's got a gift.
Yeah.
Rock solid.
And then later on, he gives the phone back to her, and he's just like, I fixed your phone. And she's like, oh, how'd you do it? I turned it off and on again. And you're like, You're gonna bring this up later on in the film, aren't you? It's like such a like let's make sure everybody knows that the way to fix technology is by turning it off and on again. The end of the film, literally, The Rock and his daughter in a massive fire. The building's going up in flames. The wife has this tablet that's just going, "Do you want to reset the fire system?" And it's like, yes, I want to reset it. It turns all off, turns back on. The cop, the Rock saved, and the cop that's with her is just like, "How'd you do it?" And she's like, "I turned it off and on again." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
And everyone in the cinema just stood up and clapped with tears in their eyes. It was a beautiful moment.
I don't know what movie you were in, Brandon.
I was there
definitely
with a bunch of girls. It was great.
they were like, "She did it. She did it. She saved him."
But the bloke says the greatest thing, if you go to see this movie, is take girls with you, because they sit on either side of you and they are horrified the entire film. It was great to watch. I was more so paying attention to them than the actual film.
He knows what he's doing.
You're paying attention to the girls instead of the Rock film? Come on.
That's it.
Like, if the Rock's on screen, you pay attention.
At 3 out of 5, I don't think you're paying attention.
Not to the Rock, at least. You're paying attention to something.
Are you guys saying
Maybe
that?
his wife.
Are you guys saying that I should have given it an extra rating just so it had just because I had the Rock in
Should have
it?
given him an extra rating for his wife. And that opening scene before he has the incident. But moving on, do you want to...
The incident, I just explained the end of the film, and he's like, "I don't want to tell the people the beginning
I'm
of it."
assuming this is how he lost his leg. The incident
So just to point out, if they haven't seen the film, it's now ruined for you. Don't bother. We've explained it.
Don't worry about that. But talking about action films, there's been so many good ones over the years. Even in this last 5 years, it's been very much been focused on the superhero genre when it comes to action and inventions and stuff like that. So, because you've got the Avengers that came out this year, and Marvel brings out 3 films a year. Logan came out. Deadpool. You've got all these amazing action.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Would you really call that an action?
Well, there was lots of action in it.
There was action. I call it more of like an adventure.
Yes, it was a journey.
Yeah, it was a journey. Almost
a webby journey.
We're all on that journey with him.
We're just like, yeah, Spider-Man, you go.
Yeah, somewhere. He doesn't know where he's going.
Well, in the next movie, he's going Far From Home. That's what we know. Yeah.
Homecoming, Far From Home.
Oh, is that what it's called?
That's what the next movie is
they've
called.
done well. The boys at Marvel Studios, they bring it home.
I wonder how long it took them to think of that.
Yeah. I was hoping I was going to say DC Comics, whichever one it wasn't. It didn't work.
Yeah, you were like, I actually got it correct. Damn it.
Damn it. My life is over.
But let's talk about some like classic action films that have come out of the years that aren't from the superhero genre.
Yeah.
So
100%.
one of my favorite film franchises that is an action film at the moment is John Wick.
Yep. Yep.
Have you seen?
No.
You've never seen John Wick, Brandon?
No. But
Okay.
does he walk around with a candle? He's got a big wick.
I wasn't expecting that joke, to tell you honestly.
Real waxy situation over his
That
house.
completely came out of nowhere. Well, it's Keanu Reeves from the Matrix franchise.
Yep.
And everybody knows what the first film is about. The evil guy kills his dog, so he goes on a murderous rampage and kills all the people that killed his dog.
Rough geek.
Pretty much what the first film is about. Second film, he's back in the business. So guy tries to kill him. So he goes and kills that person, and then
And he breaks the rule about not
murdering somebody on the continental grounds.
on the grounds. So now he's got the whole world after him.
Oh,
All assassins.
all 7 billion.
No, all 7 million. Just the assassins.
Oh, just the assassin.
Yeah, not everybody.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Like, unless you're an
I
assassin.
wouldn't be able to walk around.
Well,
Are you an assassin,
anyone
Brandon?
could be an assassin.
Of course I am.
Wait.
I am a silent assassin. I'm one of the quietest ones
Silent?
out there.
Silent?
He's
what
a
they call
silent.
The one that just gets you in the dark. Or don't go down there.
When he's talking about that, he just releases a little bit of gas every once in a while, and he's just like,
Oh,
oh,
no,
whoa.
I'm definitely not a silent assassin. Let's not get into that. We're on skip the ads.
He's the
people.
one that like somehow kills you by chattering off your ear. You're just like your ears explode, and you're like, no.
Like, make it stop. It's burning. Seriously, I've seen people, they've had to go get ear surgery after spending 1 month with me.
Wow.
No, they have not.
I don't know how we've survived so long.
I actually didn't talk till I was 3. So you guys are
That's a
getting
good
real
little
treat
bit
at
of
the moment.
information for the podcast today.
Thought this
honestly.
is inspiration, one of those inspirational stories. I didn't talk till I was 3, and now look at me, I'm on a podcast.
That's a very inspirational story. So Brandon, like one of my favorite action franchises is obviously the John Wick series. Is there any action franchises that you really enjoy, like the Taken or like what's your favorite?
My bloody oath. Well, Taken
That's a weird film.
Still coming out on the director. No, Taken was excellent because he's like he did that amazing quote that they literally used for the entire cover of the film. Long movie title. But no, I haven't seen the others, so I can't say that I love the franchise.
Long movie title, Taken?
It was good. My favorite movie franchise, which none of you blokes have thought of just yet, and you're going to kick yourselves in the little nose when you hear this. I've forgotten it. Jason Bourne.
Yep.
Yeah. Or James Bond. Either one of those two.
Wait. What's your favorite? Jason Bourne or James Bond?
It has to be. Let's think about this now, guys. There's Mission Impossible, Jason Bourne, or James Bond.
Wait. Did you just bring Mission Impossible back?
I'm a little bit lost.
That's another good one. That was a TV show, though. No, I'm thinking Jason Bourne is by far my favorite because Matt Damon is definitely one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, but Jason Bourne series didn't there was literally a full movie that didn't even have him in it.
No, that was good.
The Jeremy Renner one.
It makes you want for more.
You're just like, yeah, I want Matt Damon back.
It leaves you wanting and needing.
That's right.
That's right. Back me up, boys.
I'm going to tell you, I did not like the Jeremy Renner one, but there were some people out there that like that movie, I guess.
Yeah, it was rubbish.
Yeah. Okay, Ben, what was your favorite action film franchise of last decade?
Oh, last decade. Can we go back further than a decade? Can we go further?
Then we could go back to the 80s, couldn't we?
Let's go back 100 years.
Well, at least go back to the 90s. All right, we're going to talk about Schwarzenegger in his prime. We're going to talk True Lies.
True.
Whoa, I was not expecting True Lies. I was thinking like Terminator or something like that.
True Lies.
That one just come out of nowhere.
The classic action movie.
You're on the right.
Who was in True Lies? It was
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes. That's where that famous scene with Jamie Lee Curtis came from, isn't it?
Yeah.
The one in the seat where she's wearing the white. Yep. And everybody was like, you can tell so many prepubescent boys were like waiting for that moment with a VHS going, okay, pause.
Well, when Arnie comes on screen.
Yeah, of course. That's what I meant. Yeah. They're just like, whoa. That's who I aspire to be. Hoo-ha. Yeah, I was not expecting True Lies. Like that is an amazing action film.
Classic action film.
And to tell you honestly, that was like one of my favorite Jamie Lee Curtis films for sure. I wasn't a big fan of the Halloween franchise, so
Halloween or Halloween?
Halloween.
Hollow.
Yeah, it's the one.
Hey, stop picking on my accent.
I'm picking on your accent too. That's pretty ironic, isn't it?
The most Australian person sounding here. So there are other action films that are coming out again in the near future as well, but mainly obviously superhero films still. We've got Venom, which is coming out, which is the Spider-Man's spin-off, which has Tom Hardy as Venom, which is Spider-Man's main villain, I guess.
Yep.
But is the good guy in this
Venom
one.
is an enemy to us all, isn't it?
Yes, Brandon. And obviously we have James Bond, which has its 27th film or some random crap like that.
Yep.
That's still going.
And we got Meg.
Did you say
Statham?
Jason Bond?
James Bond?
James Bond, yeah, good.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Jason Bond.
Yeah.
No, I thought you said Jason Bond.
Yeah, no, it's when Matt Damon becomes James Bond.
Yeah,
it's Jason
spin-off.
Bond.
They
Yeah.
should get. Oh, yeah. No, don't start
I feel
me,
like
boys.
that's a question that we're going to have to ask in a second.
That's another half hour.
So we've got so many good film franchises from even the 90s. You got Die Hard, you've got Terminator, you got
Yeah.
yes, Brandon.
Yes. Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the airport the other day, and Danny Glover walked past me, Brisbane Airport.
What
On the
was
same
Danny
flight to
Glover just
America
randomly
as my
doing?
sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was he randomly doing in Australia for? He's just like, I'm just going to hang out in Australia.
Maybe
He
he
come
was
to see me.
He was looking for work.
He knew I was at the airport. Yeah, he's looking for work.
Oh, maybe we're going to see another Danny Glover film soon.
Hopefully.
Oh.
That would be actually really interesting.
Just imagine a Mel Gibson, Danny Glover film right now.
But another Lethal Weapon film.
Goodness, what a plot twist.
Well, in saying that, there's actually a Lethal Weapon TV series getting made at the moment. Wow, silence from Brandon. Just death stare at me, and I'm like, okay, moving on.
That's shocking.
Lethal Weapon is actually going into its second season, I believe, with Sean William Scott actually starting to act in it. You know Sean William Scott as Stifler from American Pie.
Yes.
Oh, so hadn't seen American Pie before. I thought it was called Apple Pie, and saw my
That's fair.
saw my first American Pie the other night, literally last week, the reunion, and what a shocker! What a good movie. But
You're like, I need to watch this entire film franchise.
taught me about all the things you should have done as a teenager.
Oh, if you want to know about that stuff, go back and watch the first three films.
Yeah.
See, when you said
That's
it was
action.
apple pie, you weren't wrong because it was an apple pie.
American Pie is apple pie.
Yeah, it is.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's get back into the action though, boys.
Yeah.
Nah, just being cheeky over here.
Talking about like Australian actors that like have done action films.
Oh.
What did you guys think of like Gladiator that came out? And, like,
Great.
Russell Crowe as
Haven't
like
seen it.
as it.
Legitimately. There's a horse in it.
Well, there is a horse in it, mate, but it's Rusty at the peak of his powers.
Yes.
It's the best.
Wait, it was the peak. The peak of his powers was 2000.
Yeah.
That was when the phone incident.
What has
Well, don't
Rusty
mention
done
the phone.
since that has been better than Gladiator?
Oh, I can't say any of that.
Apart from buying the Rabbitohs.
That was better than Gladiator.
Wait. What about his music career?
Has
What's
he
the
done it?
band called?
100 Foot of Grunt or something like that?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was going to say the other... no, don't say that. Nice Guys. The Nice Guys was
Oh, the
pretty
Nice
good.
Guys was good. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I did really enjoy that
Yeah,
film.
and then the old the one that confused the heck out of me with don't mention the war, but World War II. And he was boring water out of the ground. He was the water diviner. It was a good film. Got you both stumped over here. Sorry guys, they've gone quiet.
Brandon's just like randomly bringing films that I don't even know about out. And I was just like, yup.
He's a bit of a sleeper in this one, isn't he? He kind of wanders in. Oh yeah, me lethal weapons and me water divine.
We're just like,
He's a real cheeky bugger,
Okay.
the old Rusty. Don't know him
is.
personally, but Rusty, if you're listening, you've made a good choice for podcast, mate. Slip us a hundy.
Rusty, if you're listening, I think Brandon wants to meet you.
And
Don't we all?
Rusty,
Yeah.
if you're listening, it's amazing you're still listening after all of that.
But action is a very broad thing, including like incorporating adventure into it, I guess.
Yeah.
And that sort of stuff. So even like what your favorite film of all time is
Oh, gosh.
one of them, Jurassic Park.
Yes.
I almost said Jurassic World, and you would have killed me if I said that.
Yeah.
He was slapped you silly. Look at him.
No, Jurassic Park is one of your favorite film franchises of all time.
Yeah.
It's your favorite
Why?
film of all time.
Have you seen it?
I haven't. I've seen the last two, the latest two.
Yeah. Okay.
He's only seen Jurassic World and Jurassic
See,
World
I'm
2.
actually going to leave you folks moving back a few meters so he doesn't hit me.
Both
Arms
of us,
longer than a
maybe.
broom. This one. He's looking angry over there. He's breathing heavy.
Nah, it's all right, mate. It's all right.
Pupils dilating.
He'll have a chat with you after the podcast is done.
Well, mate, I'm not going to go into it completely because we don't have enough time.
And if anybody wants to really know about that, they can go back and listen to the Nostalgia podcast
That's
where we
right.
discussed it.
And we will be doing a proper one in the future.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. But it's a really good movie, mate. It's really good. It's got dinosaurs in it.
Yep, that's why you should watch it.
It's good enough reason for me, mate.
Perfect.
Okay,
love dinosaurs.
He's on board.
Now,
Let's talk about the Sarcosuchosaurus. What a dinosaur.
I'm gonna bring one of my favorite action films up though, Face Off.
Yes.
Oh, Face Off.
Haven't seen it.
You still haven't seen it?
I've not seen it.
Can I while people are listening, I want to point out the person who chose this topic was Brandon.
He's seen the water divide, which we haven't heard of, but he has to see Face Off.
I grew up watching Anzacs. I'm sorry, but let's get back into Face Off. It sounds good. Okay. Face Off is
Brandon, I'll describe what Face Off is to you. If you haven't already guessed from the actual title of the film, Face Off has John Travolta and Nicolas Cage in it.
It's like the opposite of Facebook. Keep going.
I guess. So it's got Nicolas Cage and John Travolta in it, and pretty much the whole movie is based on the concept that they both have their faces taken off and put on each other.
Oh, that's rough. So who were the actors again?
John Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
So poor old John Travolta got Nicolas Cage's face on him.
Well, they actually make a whole point about this in the film, which is one of my favorite things to watch, which is they go literally in the film, they like, John Travolta's character, they're just like, oh, well, he's fat and Nicolas Cage is thin. So Nicolas Cage has to have fat put into him to look like John Travolta. And
oh, really?
Yeah, they literally point this out in the film. And you're just like, what a slap in the face to the actor.
Yeah.
Like, John Travolta, you're fat, so we're going to have to pretend that that Nicolas Cage gets fat to become you.
And John Travolta must have the biggest self-esteem issues.
Yeah.
I don't think he does at all.
Poor Johnny.
Anyway, back to Mission Impossible. No.
No, we're going to keep moving on from Mission Impossible.
But Mission Impossible, can we talk about the stunts?
Okay.
We just got to touch on those.
I think because Brandon brought this up, I think we do have to go back to Mission Impossible and talk about the stunts. He very much wants to discuss the stunts.
It's just insane.
Let him loose.
Yeah, and we'll just discuss stunts now.
The
Brandon,
dragon is
what do you want to
breathing
talk
his
about?
fire. Look, I just wanted to just quickly touch on, we'll skip over it if you want, but the stunts in this Mission Impossible Fallout are just incredible.
Just this one?
I feel like, why do I need to plug it? Because they're already advertising very well. But this one.
They're relying on
the
our
other ones were
podcast
rubbish.
to get advertised.
Well, actually, I thought the other ones were just all made up, but he does a lot of stunts, is what I found out about this young man. And young 50.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's making 50 look young. But he did some great stunts, stuff that I dream of doing. So one of them, got
Brandon,
up there.
I just want to pause you there for a second.
Yes.
What listeners need to know is that Brandon here wants to be a stuntman one day. Not a lot of people know that.
No.
Like, he aspires to do stunts.
Yeah.
So Tom Cruise is pretty much his idol.
I once saw him jump through a table.
I saw me jump through a table.
He was
a mirror in front of it.
Oh, wow. Okay, Brandon, continue talking about it.
Look, you don't want to know about the stunts I've done, folks. But what happens is one of the stunts is a halo jump, very difficult jump. They take the plane up high and they actually have to wear a mask and get fed oxygen and jump. And he actually does so many jumps. He jumped out by himself and then they just have the camera crew around him and film him fall. And so the idea is that you fall for a long time before you pull the parachute right near the ground. Very difficult stunt to maneuver. He did that. The other stunt
Wouldn't that suck to be the camera crew, though?
Like, you're waiting for the chute to pull?
You're waiting for him to pull the chute and then you have to pull your chute?
How gold would it have been if he pulled his chute and he went up and then they all pulled their chutes and theirs didn't work? That would have been the most epic shot.
If you've got a camera, you've got more weight, so you don't have as much time as what Tom Cruise has.
No. Falling quicker.
Their camera's on their head. It's on their helmet.
Oh, wow.
So they're free falling with their arms and legs out in every direction. Their camera's on their head.
So you're going to have to lock your neck like this.
I don't know what you're doing with your neck.
It's locked.
I bet it is. It's kinked. But that one was epic, but then it gets better. So he jumps between buildings.
Yep.
He's got a cord, 2 cords on his back for safety. He's got to jump between buildings, and everyone thought that when he broke his leg that he actually fell off the building and that was a mistake. That was the stunt. He jumps from one building to another. He sort of grabs onto it, but he has to pull himself up. But when he makes the jump, he put his foot out to break the jump a little bit because he realized he was going to hit the building too hard because he does the old traditional Tom Cruise sprint up. And then puts his leg out, snaps his leg, and then gets up because he realizes that he's broken his leg in the split second. He knows that they need this shot because it's going to be months and months before they can film again. So he gets up and runs on that leg to finish the shot and runs out of shot.
The Tom Cruise run on a broken leg.
You can just see his foot hanging off.
Well,
it's disgusting.
Well, he's only like, if I remember correctly, he's only like 5'3", so like it's a pretty like short run.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for his little legs, it's a long run.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the little engine that could. And then just finally, he went and got a helicopter license and then did one of the most difficult maneuvers in a
Yeah, didn't he
helicopter.
fly it
that you
upside
can-
down or something like
He
that?
did the old corkscrew, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what? Even in
Cheeky
the
corkscrew.
last film before this one, he decided, you know what? I'm just going to hang on to the side of that plane while it's taking off.
Yes! That's the
Wow,
best
Brad got
stunt.
excited.
That one. Keep going.
That's all.
That made me
that's all I
feel
knew.
good inside. Good and
And
oozy.
outside.
He has just one cord and he hangs off the side of one of the biggest planes in the world. Wouldn't that be epic?
Yeah, it would.
Get flung around like a rag doll.
But let's be honest, like, think about the insurance on these movie productions when the main actor's just like, oh, you know how, like, I like to do all my stunts? Yeah, you're going to have to pay insurance for that.
He would be a man
It's
that
$3
could
million. What?
not- He could not get life insurance, surely. He'd be
Yeah,
like
he does
me.
still get insurance.
Oh, he
It's just
Inspirational.
very expensive.
But what other action films you blokes into?
Well, I'm into my John Woo's like Face Off and stuff like that. Obviously, you've got Terminator, you've got Predator, the Alien franchise. Actually, Alien franchise is one of those few franchises like Terminator that revolutionized action films for the simple fact that they made the main character a female. Not a lot of films do that, especially action films.
That's a risky maneuver.
And it paid off. Well,
All my female viewers out there still love you.
well, when you think about it, like, even today, how many action films do you see coming out with a female lead?
Tomb Raider,
Continue.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Well, there's
Gone Girl.
Yeah, no.
God, girl.
No. That, what?
well, it's,
She's a girl. We're not even considering that one. Okay, well, let's speak of another action that we all...
300.
Good film.
Has Brandon actually seen this one?
Oh, I've heard of it. It's about a war.
Well, to tell you honestly, it's about a war.
Well, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He is correct, in fact.
We've had fun. We've talked about as many action films as we can remember from all the different times over the last, 4 decades that we've
Yeah,
done.
we've gone back to
There's-
at least the 90s.
Seriously,
Yeah.
we're going to have to do another one of these because there's too many. It gives us shivers.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. But we're going to wrap it up there. As always, you can catch us on Spotify or on BurnLight.net or iTunes or any podcast area you want to go to. I'm Bradley.
I'm Ben.
I'm Giffo.
This is Skip the Ads, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Got goosebumps.